What is up, guys? RSC6414 here, back with another video. This time I'm reviewing TNA Impact Wrestling. Just ended like 5 minutes ago. Overall, I gotta say this episode was pretty good. Got some good build for Bound for Glory. We are literally October 20th, which is getting close. So biggest pay-per-view, biggest event of the year. TNA is getting closer than you think, just around the corner. So, but this show is pretty good. Some matches were made official. There were about two, I'm pretty sure. So I'll go ahead and get to the review. The first thing we have is Dixie Carter comes out to the ring and she talks about how she doesn't need Hulk Hogan and how AJ doesn't know what he's talking about, etc., etc., how he's useless. Sting comes out, interrupts her. He comes out in the ring and says, "What's wrong with you, Dixie? What's gotten into you?" She basically says, just kind of blows him off and says, "Why are you booking matches without my permission?" For talking about the Sting Magnus match that he sort of made right on the spot in the ring last week. She said, "I don't like that. You're gonna have to earn that match, and it's gonna be tonight. You and Magnus are gonna team up against Bad Influence, and if you both lose, neither one of you, or if you lose the match, then neither one of you get a match at Bound for Glory." That being Sting or Magnus. So Lee puts a big stipulation heading into the night. And yeah, so we go right into the matches. First match, Austin Aries versus Jeff Hardy. This is singles action, probably to help build the match for Ultimate X Division match between them in the Fatal 4-Way. Another guy gets added at the end of this match, and I'll get to that in a second. This match I thought was the best match of the night. When these two guys are in the ring, you know you're going to get some good wrestling, some high flying action. It's just I really enjoy watching these guys. We've seen this feud last year, if you remember, around Bound for Glory time. Austin Aries lost the title to Hardy, TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and then feuded with him almost all the way till probably near Genesis the next year. So they had a good feud there going, and brought back memories right here. This match was really good. Like I said, best match of the night in my opinion. Back and forth action, giving it their best stuff. Then Jeff Hardy's going for a move. He's on the top rope. Aries gets up, kicks the ropes, and then Jeff Hardy loses his balance and falls on the top turnbuckle. When he's getting back on the top rope, getting his feet set up again, Austin Aries comes running up, picks him up, and Austin Aries hits Jeff Hardy with a brain buster off the top rope. Really sick spot at the end. Really liked the finish to this match. Great stuff. Austin Aries is your winner. Samoa Joe comes out. I'm thinking, what's he coming out for? And then he says, "Congratulations, Austin Aries. You just beat I think he said something like a really talented Jeff Hardy, and you're talented yourself. But there's a new guy who's going to be in this Ultimate X match for the X Division Championship at Bound for Glory, and that guy is me." So Samoa Joe is now added to the Ultimate X match at Bound for Glory for the X Division Championship. I'm looking forward to this match just as much as I am the main event. It's going to be awesome. So now there's 5 guys in there: Chris Sabin, Manic, Jeff Hardy, Austin Aries, and now Samoa Joe. So that should be a good match. I think it could be one of the better ones of the night. So yeah, Samoa Joe added. Austin Aries beats Jeff Hardy with a brain buster in in my opinion, was the best match of the night. Then we have Jesse Goddard's backstage with Robbie Eve, the Bromans, the tag team together. Jesse Goddard says he's going to get revenge for what somebody did to him last week, and he comes out of the ring. They challenge ODB. ODB comes out, takes on Jesse Goddard in a match. To be honest, this is sort of I tuned out a little bit in this match. I wasn't too interested in it, to be honest, but I did watch most of it. Just a little part that I missed, but this match was whatever. Right in the middle, ODB's going for a move. Then Lady Tapa comes out. If you remember last week, she made her debut in TNA on TV. She was in the One Night Only Knockouts Knockdown, but she's now on TV. She took out Velvet Sky last week to kind of make her debut, make a statement, and this week she came in and took out ODB, throws her around the ring, hits her with her finisher, and then Lady Tapa stands over the knocked out unconscious ODB in the middle of the ring. So this match between Jesse and ODB, Jesse Goddard and ODB, ends in a no contest, so no winner, via Lady Tapa interfering. And I think after Bound for Glory, we're going to see a feud between Lady Tapa and ODB, who's currently the Knockouts champion. That'd be cool to see a feud between them for the Knockouts title, because Lady Tapa, in my opinion, is sort of like a Karma. She sort of made the Knockouts division interesting, in my opinion, for a little bit for right now, especially after the loss of Mickie James. So yeah, good stuff there. I liked how they got Lady Tapa in there to take out the Knockouts champ. So no contest between ODB and Jesse Goddards. Then after that, we have the Ego Hall of Fame induction. The Egotistical Gentlemen's Organization with Bobby Roode and Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. If you remembered last week, Christopher Daniels and Kazarian inducted Bobby Roode into the Ego Hall of Fame. He's the first inductee, so they had a ceremony and everything in the middle of the ring. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian come out in these really light, really cool, like colored suits, almost look like some pimps. Christopher Daniels has the light blue cane, the light blue top hat, the light blue suit, the light blue pants, and Kazarian has the orange cane, the orange shoes, the orange pants, the orange blazer, and the orange hat. So they look like a bunch of pimps. It was pretty cool and pretty funny if you ask me. They basically showed, then they called Bobby Roode out to the ring to induct him into the Ego Hall of Fame. They show like this video package of all the highlights of Bobby Roode's career, and they basically like just put divas talking about certain people, like how good he is, like he's the best best wrestler, but they were probably talking about somebody else, but they didn't. They just sort of planted them saying something good about somebody and made it sound like they were talking about Bobby Roode. So that was kind of funny. It's almost like a little video package there. And then Bobby Roode talks about how he should not only be inducted into he gets inducted in the Ego Hall of Fame, first inductee, but he should also be inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. He's more worthy than Sting was, and he's a lot more worthy than Kurt Angle was. He says, what has Kurt Angle even done? I deserve it. I've done more than Kurt Angle. Right at that moment, Kurt Angle comes out, returns again for about a month hiatus after he went to rehab for his alcohol, and Kurt Angle comes out, takes out Kazarian and Christopher Daniels with some suplexes, and Bobby Roode evacuates. Kurt Angle challenges Bobby Roode to a match at Bound for Glory. Later on backstage, Bobby Roode goes, no one challenges me for a match. You know what? I challenge you, Kurt Angle, for a match at Bound for Glory, and we'll see who's the better wrestler. So we've got Kurt Angle versus Bobby Roode made official for Bound for Glory. That's going to be one hell of a match. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait for that. So Bound for Glory is shaping up to look like a good show on paper for now. So I'm pretty pumped up for it. And we've got our next match, which is it was supposed to happen last week, but Lady Tapa interfered and it ended in a no contest. This is for the to be in the Knockouts Championship match at Bound for Glory. We've already got ODB, who is the Knockouts champion, plus the #1 contender Gail Kim, plus a mystery third person to make it a triple threat. Velvet Sky and Brooke Tessmacher are fighting for that last spot. This match was whatever, to be honest. Chris Sabin was going through a game plan, talking to Velvet Sky in the middle of the match, like pointing her in the direction, like on his hand, like this is what you need to do, kind of giving her some direction on how she needs to handle Brooke Tessmacher. Brooke Tessmacher sort of uses that distraction and rolls Velvet Sky up. Brooke Tessmacher rolls Velvet Sky up, pins her for the 1, 2, 3. Brooke Tessmacher is in the triple threat match for the Knockouts title at Bound for Glory. So an interesting match there. You got ODB versus Gail Kim versus Brooke Tessmacher. So that's another official match tonight. One of the two that were made official tonight. So you've got that match for the Knockouts Championship at Bound for Glory triple threat. And this match was, to be honest, probably one of the ODB and Jesse in that Knockouts match between Brooke Tessmacher and Velvet Sky were probably the two worst matches of the night, in my opinion. Then we've got After this, we've got Sting and Magnus versus Christopher Daniels and Kazarian Bad Influence. Remember, I talked about the stipulation earlier in my review. If Sting and Magnus lose, they don't have a match at Bound for Glory. But Magnus, towards the end of the match, Magnus locks in the Cloverleaf on, I'm trying to remember who he locked it in on, to be honest. I can't remember if it was Kazarian or Christopher Daniels. Looking it up real quick. Alright. It was on Christopher Daniels. Sting tags himself in, and then he drops Christopher Daniels with the Scorpion Death Drop and pins Christopher Daniels for the 1-2-3. Sting and Magnus are your winner, and Sting and Magnus is made official now. Is made certain now. And official Sting versus Magnus at Bound for Glory will happen since Sting and Magnus won the match. Good match there. I think it was the second best match of the night. Good action from both guys. I enjoyed it. So, yeah. We've got our final match of the night, which was made earlier when Bully Ray told the last two members of Aces and Eights, besides Bully Ray, Nux, and Garrett Bischoff, you need to take care of AJ Styles tonight. We need to keep this TNA World Heavyweight Championship in the group. That was a backstage segment earlier on in the night. Garrett Bischoff and Nux going on 2-on-1 handicap versus AJ Styles. This match was whatever. It got 8 or 9 minutes. Nothing great here. Just a so-so match here, to be honest. We have AJ Styles at one point. Towards the end of the match, Garrett Bischoff has his arms wrapped around Styles, kind of like holding him up for Nux to hit some punches on Styles. Right when Nux is about to punch Styles, Styles ducks. Nux hits Garrett Bischoff in the face. Bischoff falls to the ground. Styles uses that as a distraction, and then Pele kicks Nux, takes Nux out, and then he rolls Garrett Bischoff up, pins him for the 1-2-3, and AJ Styles beats Nux and Garrett Bischoff with that roll up. And in a whatever match, Bully Ray gets angry, hits AJ Styles from behind with a chain, and just starts nailing him, going all over the place on Styles, choking him out with the chain, just kind of smacking him with the chain, whipping him almost at that point. And then he does Irish whips AJ Styles, and then kind of drops AJ Styles, tosses him up in the air over the top rope, and Styles lands smack dab on the entrance ramp really hard, flies through the air, and we end the night with Bully Ray sitting over the top of AJ Styles, probably like saying something like, "Don't mess with me because you're bound for glory. It's going to be 10 times worse." And we end the show with that, with Bully Ray sitting over the unconscious AJ Styles on the entrance ramp. Overall, I gotta say, this show was pretty good. Thought it was just as good as the episode last week, which was also pretty good. So we're picking up some better episodes heading into Bound for Glory. It looks like a good card for Bound for Glory. I'll recap the matches made official. Triple threat knockouts match: Gail Kim versus Brooke Tessmacher versus the current knockouts champ ODB at Bound for Glory, as well as Bobby Roode versus Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory, as well as Sting versus Magnus at Bound for Glory. And Samoa Joe was added to the Ultimate X to make it a 5-man Ultimate X match for the X Division Championship. So overall, good show. The overall grade, I give it 5.5 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed my review. Check out my other videos and subscribe. Thanks, guys.